What's up, Cyberpunks? Peace and Grease here. Today I want to talk a little bit about the endings in Cyberpunk 2077. Now, it goes without saying that this video is going to be very spoiler heavy. So if you haven't finished the game or checked out the endings, you should probably do so first. But do as you may. Now, before I can really kind of delve into the topic of the endings, there are two unfortunate truths that we must acknowledge and accept. Sadly, this will be important for later in the video. The first is that V is dead and gone.
Why'd you want to meet here?
I'm going to get two comments on that little statement. The first is, what if V leaves with the Aldecaldos and heads out to the middle of Arizona? Well, consider this. Night City is a hub of technology. There are numerous corporations here dedicating to cutting-edge tech, and not a soul here could help V. What do you think the odds are that V is going to roll out to the middle of Arizona and find someone else that is more tech-savvy than everybody else in Night City?
Look at the city.
Slim to none. The second comment I'm going to get on my statement is, what if V digitally downloads into Arasaka's Well of Souls? Well, again, we're told specifically in-game that V can't have a body because V's requirements for a body are very, very rare. In fact, so rare, there's not a single body on the entire planet that fits the bill. This means that it could take Arasaka potentially hundreds of years to continue to develop that tech to try and bypass the body requirement. Furthermore, factor in Arasaka just not giving a shit about V. Yeah, V sadly is as good as dead, even in that scenario. Now, the second unfortunate truth that we must acknowledge and accept is that we will never see V in another Cyberpunk game. In fact, I would go so far to also say that we will never see any expansions or DLCs that occur after the endings of Cyberpunk 2077. The truth is, even if CDPR wanted to, which they don't, they could not reconcile all of these endings in Cyberpunk 2077. In one ending, V has offed themselves. In another ending, V is pulling a space casino heist. In another ending, V doesn't even exist anymore, and on and on and on. How do you reconcile all of those endings? The truth is, you can't. Unless CDPR does some horrible thing like it was all a dream sequence, which, please don't do that, CDPR. That would be horrendous. Now, this also means, sadly, that that space casino heist, we will never get to see it. Now, maybe if CDPR is inclined, they'll put like a little lore card in the next Cyberpunk game that mentions V, but that'll be about the extent of it. So this means that this will be the last time we see V, and CDPR can't fix it, air quote, in the next game. This also could potentially mean, does CDPR mean to kill off every single protagonist in every single Cyberpunk game? Now, make no mistake, V, or any other character that comes after V, is not the main character. And I know that sounds odd, but the main character is actually Night City. Cyberpunk is about stories that occur in and around Night City, with Night City being kind of the main character. It just so happened to be that V's story was told first. Now, with all that being said, let me be kind of brutally honest about the endings here. I don't like them at all. Now, I'm not trying to throw shade at CDPR. Love all the guys and gals at CDPR, but I do not like these endings because there are two massive problems with them. So let's talk about the first one first, obviously. No matter what you do, no matter what you choose, no matter the decisions you make or the actions you take, bars, I'll be watching you. So please. I couldn't resist. V always dies in the end. Period. The end. And you can't stop that. You can't prevent that. You can't change that. Let's look at a game like The Witcher 3. As an example, in one ending, Ciri died, and it's straight up said at the ending that Geralt dies alone. But in another Witcher 3 ending, Geralt is getting to see his friends, the people that are important to him, on a regular basis. He's getting to see Ciri all the time. That's a happy ending. And this is all based upon the decisions and the actions that you choose in this game. Now, let's come back to Cyberpunk 2077. What happens if you make a different decision or you choose a different action? Nothing. Nothing at all. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's some like little mini side quest or mission, yeah, sure, your decision could have an impact on that one character. But in regards to the main mission, V's endings are pretty much fixed as far as the end result. V is dead and gone. Can't change that, no matter what you do, no matter what you choose. And that's a problem for me. That really is a problem for me. You should be able to alter that end result of that character by your decisions and your actions. But in this case, you can't, no matter what you do. That's not even the biggest problem. The biggest problem happens to be that at the ending of the campaign, V is in the exact same state as the end of the campaign. Yeah, you heard me right. You see, at the beginning of the campaign, after V has pulled the Arasaka heist and lost Jackie, Vic straight up tells V, you're dying. There's nothing that anybody can do for you. Misty's telling you to accept it and gives you a couple bottles of pills. At that point, in V's apartment, V has to choose whether they accept it, which you don't really get that option, or whether you fight to try and fix it, although it does no damn good at all. Now, the ending of the campaign, not the actual endings, but prior to the endings, V is in the same exact state. V is sitting there and has to choose whether you accept it, which V can't accept it, that's not an option, or you fight to fix it, which again, does no damn good. You're in the same exact situation. The only thing that's happened is a lot of time wasting with a lot of bullshit stuff in the middle. But it's the same exact scenario. In fact, to insult to injury, Keanu Reeves' character Johnny even says, V, you've been running from this the whole damn time. Yeah, straight up tells you you've been wasting your damn time. On the entire middle of the main campaign. All of it was a waste of time. It changed nothing at all. That's a problem. That's a massive problem. At the very least, give your players an option at the beginning of the campaign just to choose accept it and skip all the crap in the middle. I mean, if you're going to give us the same end kind of result at the beginning of the campaign as at the end of the campaign, then at least do us the favor of giving us an option to skip all the bullshit in the middle. I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me. Now look, I'm not asking CDPR to change the endings. Not that they would anyway, but I'm not asking that. What I'm asking is, CDPR, learn from this. Don't do it again. I'm hoping that this all resulted because CDPR was in a rush and they had to hammer together something that kind of resembled an ending, and this is what we got. So, needless to say, I am not pleased. I'm not impressed whatsoever. In fact, this is probably ending-wise, just specifically the endings, are probably one of the worst campaigns that I've played by CDPR because of those two massive issues. And I can't overlook them. I've tried to ignore them. I try to pretend like, oh, they're good, but the endings aren't because of those two fatal flaws, because of those two fatal issues. And I'm really surprised that no other content creator caught on to it or CDPR themselves didn't catch it. So, yeah. Again, I'm not trying to throw shade at CDPR. I love the guys and gals there. I love their games. But, again, I would ask, please do not make this mistake again. But feel free to let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And until next time, peace out.
I can smell the ozone, even through the air conditioning.
It's that storm. Getting close.
Okay, we've arrived.
It's high time.
Hey, Mitch.
Hey, let's get the fuck out of here, shall we?
Hey, how are things? Is everything arranged?
Everything's almost set.
So you found it? Where we thought it would be?
All plans laid and in place?
They are indeed.
But someone is supposedly waiting for you. Come see us later. We'll talk about the who, what, and how.
Rain Dance Club in Chicago, ages ago. But I didn't edit them. No, we'd get the ready-made.
V, you're here.